We have weapons, we have maps. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about a week away from Season 1 Reloaded of Black Ops Cold War, and we have a good amount of content coming there, including Firebase Z, the new Zombies map, and the new map Express, League Play, things along those lines, which of course we'll be covering over the next little while. However, today we're actually going to be talking about what's coming after that, and that is of course Season 2. Now, Season 2 is an interesting one because we actually have a ton of leaks revolving around what is coming next in Black Ops Cold War. We have lists of maps, weapons, field upgrades, score streaks, a whole bunch of different stuff that we're going to be covering in this video and discuss everything we know that will be coming to Season 2 when that eventually happens. Now, the interesting thing about this is the one thing that we don't know. We know pretty much everything about Season 2, but the one thing that we don't know is who the operator is going to be. So we're also going to discuss that as well today. But first, let's dive in and discuss when Season 2 is happening and when we can expect to see it, and then we'll move into everything that we know and everything that will be coming within that Season 2. Looking at the Battle Pass, as you can see, there are 28 days left within Season 1. This brings us to the 25th of February, which is of course a Thursday, which as we know, that is when update days happen. Now, if I'm a betting man, and I'd be willing to bet that this update will probably happen overnight between the Wednesday and Thursday at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so 2 a.m. Eastern, our normal update time. It'll be a full title update, and that is when we'll get everything new with Season 2. I'd be pretty surprised if they put it Thursday night growing into Friday, so my best bet is probably that Wednesday night, aka the 24th going into the 25th of February. So there's still quite a substantial amount of time left within this season, but that doesn't stop us from getting a whole bunch of different leaks as to what we can expect out of Season 2, starting off with weapons. So there are actually 4 different weapons currently in the game files for Black Ops Cold War. The first of which is the Tech 9, which is going to be an SMG. As you can see from the look of it, it's kind of similar to a grease gun looking weapon. Smaller SMG, should have a decent fire rate. Not sure what the range is going to be like, as the grease gun in World War II actually had pretty decent range, but you'd think in real life it would have bad range. We'll have to wait and see, but this is the first gun. This is one of them with the most game files. The second with the most game files is the Galil. This is an AR. This is a Treyarch classic. They like to include this in most of their games. This one should be no surprise, and this one has a lot of game files as well. Now, the weird thing about those two weapons is those are the exact two same type of weapons that were in Season 1. We had the Groza and we had the MAC-10. They don't often include the same 2 types of weapons in the Battle Pass, so I'm actually guessing that these 2 weapons won't be in the Battle Pass. The next 2 will, which include an LMG and a sniper rifle. The LMG is the SAW. This is a weapon that has been in many different Call of Duty games going all the way back to Call of Duty 4. A pretty big LMG. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays. And as far as the sniper goes, another classic, it is apparently going to be the Dragunov. Now, as far as the Dragunov goes, I can't remember a Call of Duty game, a single Call of Duty game that the Dragunov has actually been a good weapon. Also, on top of that, I'm not really excited for it because it's already a weapon within Modern Warfare. So I don't know how they're going to actually pull that off. They do it with weapons like the AK-47 that are already in game, but I'd be pretty surprised to see them bring back copy weapons as DLC weapons. Maybe I'm the only one that finds that weird. You can let me know what you think down in the comments. Moving on to maps, as far as this goes, we have 3 new maps and then 3 remake maps currently in the game files. So the first one, the one with the most assets, is called Apocalypse. This has actually been there since the launch of Season 1. It was actually rumored to be a Season 1 map. So Apocalypse is a map that takes place in Vietnam, and it essentially is during the mission Break On Through, which is kind of like the trippy mission within the campaign. It looks identical to this, with the addition of like some Shangri-La type elements, like these kind of temples that you see on the Shangri-La Zombies map. And again, I can't show you any of the images because they are copyrighted content, but I do have a link to a website down below that has links to all the tweets and pictures. So if you want to check out some images, it is in that link down in the description. The second map that we have is called Echelon. It is a rooftop map, and the best way I can describe this is a combination of high-rise and dome, because they have the top of the buildings, the top of the big skyscraper, and then they have these little dome-shaped structures on top of the building as well. That's the best way I can describe it. Again, you can check out that link down in the description for exact images. The third one that we have, and I'm betting the name of this map changes because it's literally the name of the mission within the campaign, is called End of the Line. This is the mission where you go to Cuba and you kind of storm the compound. This map takes place on the kind of outer edges pictures of this compound. It's a pretty cool looking map. It's a combined arms map, so it is bigger. And again, I'm guessing the name of this one will change because generally they like short and punchy names, like Nuketown, Apocalypse, Echelon, really short one-worded names, and End of the Line is absolutely not that. But the game files for this map are in the game, and obviously it's ripped right out of the campaign. And then there are 3 remake maps, and I'm gonna say these in the order that I think they will come out in. The first one is Firing Range. This is the one that everyone wants, a small map. Everyone generally likes it in pub matches. So Firing Range will probably be with the launch of Season 2. Then after this, we have Summit. This is one that has been rumored to be coming out with the launch of the game, so again, it wouldn't be a surprise. And then the final one is Jungle. This seems to be one that they've kind of just added into every Black Ops game as of recently, so again, not a big surprise there. And those are the 3 with game files currently in the game. So the next thing that we have is actually a new wild card, and this one is going to apparently be called High Risk, High Reward, and essentially what it's going to do is change your score streak system back to an old score streak system. So instead of you just being able to die and earn your streak throughout a game, you can earn them faster because they cost less score, but at the same time, if you die, your score streak resets. Now, the problem is with adding this as a wild card, you have to replace something like Perk Greed or Lawbreaker or Gunfighter, and to me, that's just not worth it. Now, personally, I want to play with the old score streak system, but I don't want it to replace a wild card. I think there should just be that option in your score streaks where you can either abide by the old score streak system or the new score streak system. Hey, I might be wrong. You can let me know what you think down in the comments. Speaking of score streaks, though, with the addition of Season 1, we got a brand new score streak, which was the Harp. There's also game files for other new score streaks as well. The one with the most files and the one that I think is most likely to come with Season 2 is Dogs. This is one that I wanted at launch. It's always one of my favorite kill streaks. I don't know how much score it's going to be worth, but it is Dogs. We've seen it in previous Call of Duty games. The other one that we know is the hand cannon. The hand cannon is actually already in the campaign. In the KGB mission, when you're inside the vault, you can pick up the hand cannon and use it like a hand cannon. Essentially, this will be like the Annihilator pistol from previous Black Ops games, a one-shot kill pistol that you can call in as a score streak. Very similar to what we have right now with the War Machine, and assumably your score streak will continue just like with the War Machine. Some other ones like this include the Death Machine. Again, there are already game files in the game, and the Flamethrower. So similar to Firebreak's Purifier that we have in previous Call of Duty games as well. And then the final one, and this one's just kind of strange to me, I don't know why it's necessary, is the Strafe Run. Interesting, different score streak. Don't know when that'll be coming, but what you'll notice is that's 5 extra score streaks to go with 5 more seasons. And what's rumored is there to be a total of 6 seasons in Black Ops Cold War, which would line up with 1 new score streak per season, which makes a lot of sense. So my best guess for this season is the Dexters will be coming. There is also rumors of new field upgrades. So the 2 field upgrades that are rumored to be coming are Barbed Wire, so similar to the Barbed Wire from Black Ops 4, and an Assault Shield. So this is, I believe, just the Barricade from Modern Warfare. Nothing too fancy there whatsoever. The next thing that we have is game modes. Now, there isn't actually a lot of game files for new game modes, but there is one, and it's actually been in there for a while, and that is Gunfight Tournaments. This was actually leaked. They put it on the menu a long time ago, before Gunfight was actually added to the game, and I just wanted to take a quick moment to give my piece on Gunfight Tournaments. I really like Gunfight Tournaments, but there's not enough of a reward for doing them. The first time you play one and win one, yeah, you get your blueprint, you get your calling card emblem, but after that, I'm just kind of done playing them for 2 months until they put out a new tournament with new rewards. So if I was king of the world and I was making these Gunfight tournaments, the way that it would work is every single week there would be an update to the Gunfight tournament where you could win a new blueprint every single week. On top of this, there would be monthly challenges for Gunfight tournaments where if you get 5 Gunfight tournament wins, you get an emblem. If you get 10, you get a calling card, and if you get 25, you get a weapon blueprint, and that would update every single month. They could even do those challenges every single season and they would work. They just might have to up the numbers a little bit. I would really enjoy that. It would give me a reason to grind out Gunfight tournaments, and hey, maybe I'm alone. Again, something you can let me know down in the comments. So then the final thing we have is operators, and as far as operators goes, there is no new operator files currently in the game, which makes it very difficult to predict who could be coming, but I have a list of people who could potentially be added through the campaign or through zombies or even just multiplayer. So the list of people from the campaign include Alex Mason. Of course, he was in the campaign and not in the final game. Jason Hudson, he was also in the campaign. Perseus, who is a bad guy who could be added to the Warsaw Pact. And then, of course, you have Ronald Reagan, which I don't think they would add, but would be hilarious. Then you have your zombies characters options, which could include Samantha Maxis or Weaver. I think both are pretty solid options. Then my personal favorite option is Raul Menendez. On the map Cartel, they allude to Raul Menendez being slowly wedged into the story of Black Ops Cold War. There is a note written from Stitch. There's a picture of Raul Menendez. I think he would make a lot of sense to be one of the characters that they add on the bad guys side of things for multiplayer. But to be quite honest with you, I think the most likely option is that they actually implement a full new character to the game, kind of like what they did with Stitch, but a different character, maybe for the good guys this time. And the reason why I'd say this is it seems like they're kind of trying to expand that Black Ops universe, so that would probably be my best guess, but for that, we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, there's currently no leaks for operators. I just thought I'd throw some ideas out there. Then there is Warzone, and as far as Warzone goes, we have got no new updates, no new changes, no new information about what is going on with Warzone for a very long time. And as far as season 2 goes, right in the middle of season 2 is going to be the 1-year anniversary of Warzone, and that would be when I am willing to bet we're going to get some big update, probably a big map change, new POI, hopefully a new map altogether, but we'll have to wait and see. I hope Verdansk gets a large update to change it, but there's no leaks, no information on that, so for that we'll have to wait and see. If you have any ideas about that, let me know down in the comments. But ladies and gentlemen, that is everything that we know about season 2, all of the leaks, everything put into one video. Hopefully you found it informative. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, it's always appreciated if you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, like what you see, want to stay up to date on everything Call of Duty, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.